loves. Ooh, gooey. Okay, let's get some Halloween nails. I've been waiting to use this. This is Funky Witch from Smileys Glitter Store. Glitter Store. Oh my goodness. Look at it. It's so pretty. And with that, I'm using Glam and Glits Shirley and also Boardwalk. And I'm using Glitterbels as well as my core system and my Nail Mate Aqua Brush size 10. So there are bits of footage missing where I had some sort of strange error type thing when I went to edit it. The footage was basically black and strange and not working, so I will do my best to explain what I'm doing in between. I'm doing a colour block nail here, so I'm laying down the Funky Witch glitter with clear acrylic, and we're going to make a kind of it's almost like a triangle, but it's kind of almondy shaped. I do actually end up filing it into a triangle because I prefer it, but it's quite long, so it's like a slender triangular shape. So I'm literally just keeping my brush clean and nudging that glitter around. I'm not so worried about little bits because I'm going to go over it with colour after I've capped it and filed it. I'm just pulling that down. And then just using my wet brush to just nudge it all into place. And then once I've kind of roughly got the shape that I want, I will go back in with some more glitter and just to refine it and make sure it's opaque enough. Sorry if my camera wobbles. I still haven't got that camera arm that I said I would get. So I'm just going in here with another bead of clear with some of the glitter on, just to kind of make sure it's exactly where I want it and it's opaque enough. I adore this glitter. And it just happened that I've got colours that match. Oh, I've got some new stuff to show you as well. I'm very excited. We're going to be using some spider gel. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to cap this in clear. This is glass slippers from Glitterbels. I've just placed an order with Glitterbels again, and oh, I'll tell you what, Annabelle must be busy. The moment I went to check out from putting the items in my basket, they were going out of stock. I was like, come off it. Every colour I wanted was going out of stock as I was picking it. Just was not my day. So I ordered some bits and bobs because, well, I had to. I had to get my clear anyway, and if I'm buying one thing, well, I might as well pay enough to have free postage. I just bought what I could. I was just, give me something, please. I didn't like the end of this, so I thought, well, I'll just file it into shape anyway. And I'm just going and checking everything before it starts to set. And I can refine it with my file in a sec. I'll place that finger to one side. That's why I like the flexi hand, because you can just take the finger off and place it somewhere else, and it lays flat along the bottom so it doesn't roll over, and then I can work on one finger at a time, which I really like. So this nail is actually going to be a full glitter nail because we're going to do some artwork on top with the spider gel. I'm very excited about this. So literally all I've done is pick up a clear wet bead of acrylic and then run it through the superfine glitter and just start building that up. Now, I could have laid some of the colours down first on the nail, and I probably should have, but it actually, this is a superfine glitter, it covers really well. But yes, it probably would have been beneficial to me to do that. I just didn't remember to do it. I was, you know, sat in the living room watching telly, having a play with nail stuff. It's what I do. So I'm just pulling that glitter along. We don't want any areas that are bulky. And I'll keep going in, and if it's wet, as you can see here, I'll just dab my brush into the glitter and press the glitter into the wet acrylic, because if I don't need to add more acrylic, then I don't want to. And then if it doesn't take and the acrylic's starting to dry, then I'll just grab a little wet bead and pop that in there. So I don't know if any of you guys follow my Instagram, but I tried some freehand painting the other day. I did like a Pennywise type theme nail. I'll add my Instagram down below. I'd love for you guys to check it out. I'm not sure if I'm good enough yet to do like a tutorial on it, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I'd like to try some more hand painted stuff. I'm really getting into it now again. This is going to be a marble nail, so I'm just using Shirley and Boardwalk, picking them up wet, squishing them around, and this is just like the first bead that gets the cuticle neat, so I'm not overly fussed because I will be going over that. I don't really like this blue from Glam and Glitz, this Shirley, because it's not very pigmented. It's very, very transparent, and you have to work pretty dry for Glam and Glitz to actually build up any opacity with it, so I don't like it as much as others. But it's all I had that was kind of like the right colour, so I just worked with it. It would be good to make an acrylic jelly nail, but I find that it's got like little sandy particles of blue in it, which is kind of annoying. So I got bored of doing it that way, so I just went and double dipped. I was like, I'm so bored of this, I'm going to try a different way. It's what I'm like, I can't help it. And I quite liked this. I'm getting more confident with doing the marbles now. I don't know why, I just have a mental block when it comes to things that are supposed to look random. I struggle with it. Hey ho, we're getting there. There we go. Didn't want to squish it too much, so I wanted to get that nice sort of marbling going through. And then I'm going to go in with some of the Funky Witch glitter as well, and just put little bits here and there. I'm just adding some more colour to that smile line, cuticle area, and blending that in. And then I'll go in with the Funky Witch. And just place little bits here and there. I've just picked up a wet bead of clear acrylic and then just gently dipped it in the glitter. And I'm really just adding little bits. It's to tie it all in, it's to add another aspect to the nail. And it's like little veins of sparkle running through it, which I like. So I'll place that to the side and work on my next nail, which is going, I think this is Peachabelle Soft. This is Peachabelle Soft, I'm sure. I think I've ordered Sugared Almond. I can't remember what I've ordered now. I haven't got a clue. I'm sure this is Peachabelle Soft. And I'm doing a full nail of this, but as it gets towards the tip, it will be thinner because I don't need the coverage because it's going to be a glitter fade. So I will drag the product down and I will place it down to the tip of the nail, just not as thick. And I'm not worried about, as Liz Guild would say, twatty bits of glitter. I love it when she says that, because I'm going to do a glitter fade anyway, so I don't really mind about that. Can't believe how much my nails have grown out already. It's like this is my nail growing season. I've only had them on a week and they're sprouting already, and I'm looking at them wanting to redo them. Do you hate it when your nails grow out, or do you leave them ages before you do a new set? Now this bit of acrylic was super wet, so I'm just tapping the glitter straight in, but I soon sort of think, oh, I'm just going to go and pick up some clear and pop that on to make it a little bit easier. I was like, it's not coming off my brush. So I went and got some clear and picked up the glitter with the clear, and it was a lot easier. There we go. And the whole idea of the glitter fade is the glitter is denser at the tip, so you've got more full glitter at the tip, and then as it goes back towards the cuticle, it thins out and fades. So it's like a graduation. It's like an ombre, isn't it? Oh! I just dropped something. It's a glitter ombre. So I'm going to get another bead of clear, some more glitter, and just start pulling that back. naturally as you pull it back it's going to thin out. And what you don't want is you don't want it to look too symmetrical, so you don't want a line where your glitter ends and your nude begins. You want it to look random and faded out, so there'll be bits that are higher than other bits, and in a minute you'll see I thought that it looked a little bit too like it all stopped at the same point, so I went back in and just nudged the glitter around a little bit, moved it about, just gave it a little bit of a different aspect, a little bit more random, feathered it round a bit, and I was a lot happier with that. So now on to filing. Now, I lost the footage after this. This is the footage that went dark, but what I did was I filed and then I went in with Shirley on one side and Boardwalk on the other and just built it up over those lines. I'm using a file that has not been scored on the edges, so it's sharp, so if you're doing this on a client, be careful. So here's the finished article of that, and I'm now going to use my coarse smooth top drill bit from Glitter Planet UK. Oh! I have a 10% off code. I do not make any money from that. That is purely a discount code. It's Queen Bee 10. I'll put the exact capitals and how it's written and everything in the description box below for you, so get 10% off. This drill bit is amazing. And the brush, I'm loving the brush. So here's the beautiful design coming through. It's looking super cool. And I did file into a bit of the glitter. But it doesn't matter because I had other plans for this as well. So we're going to use some of the spider gel on this nail as well. I'm loving spider gel, can we just say. I've had a good play with it. It's definitely a new product. I've not ever used anything like it, so you have to get used to the way it works. It is different. So I'm going to top coat this and just reveal the sparkliness. But we're not finished. No, 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 no. We are not finished. Here we are. Here's the spider gel. I got it from Glitterarty Nails. I have their whole set, so I've got silver, gold, red, yellow, blue. Is it red, yellow? Or red, blue, black, white? I can't remember. So I'm using a dotting tool for some of the designs and a brush for others to show you just how it was differently. Now this is seriously some stringy stuff. I mean, it's like an elastic band. You really have to get used to working with it. I've been playing with it for a couple of days before I filmed. It really is stringy, but it's awesome. So I'm going to lay the product down there and then literally stretch it up to the top corner and then back down again because I want the line a little bit thicker, okay? And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Bring it down, touch, and it will stick straight away. And then I'm just touching it back up because I want the line a little bit more opaque. Okay, next we're going to drag it down the nail. Look at it go, boy. I've never been able to do straight lines freehand. I have shaky hands, I drink too much coffee. So for me, this is an absolute godsend. I'm just adding a little bit extra to get a slightly thicker line. Stretching it up a little bit there. But I haven't finished yet. I could play with this stuff all day. So then I wanted this line to be a little bit bigger. This stuff is mind-blowing, like it's so clever. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple more lines. Very simple. One either side. And then this cures in my LED lamp for 60 seconds and it does have a tacky layer. So I'll remove the tacky layer. And then we're going to add some Swarovski crystals. Oh no, they're not Swarovskis. They're AB crystals from Sarah's, but look at them. They're amazing. They're stunning. Now, some of this footage went walkabouts as well and just came up with a black screen. I do not know why. My phone's been really playing up. But basically, I wanted to do a little bit of art with the crystals just to really set off this design because it doesn't look like much the way it is. Once the crystals are on it, it all comes together. So I'm adding one either side and then a smaller one after that. And then I have, it's like a teardrop shape. I think it's a small flame crystal, which that one is a Swarovski. I think that's from Nails by Annabelle, which I add in the centre. And then I add one of Sarah's. And I'll be honest with you, I have the crystal ABs from Sarah next to the Swarovskis, and I can't really tell the difference. I can't really tell the difference. So I lost that footage, but you'll see at the end what I've done. Now onto the full glitter nail. It's been capped, it's been filed and top coated, and I'm using my brush with the spider gel, and I'm going to drag it up. And I didn't like how this began, so I actually went in with some alcohol wipe on a brush and just removed some of the bulk from the start of that. This is going to be a little spidey web. So I just took my gel brush and just wiped off some of that. I think I went in again as well. Just needed to thin it out a little bit. I mean, spider webs aren't always consistent anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I was inspired to do this by my washing line. Thank you, washing line. But I looked out this morning and I had this dewy spider web on the washing line. So I take the brush and I literally do the little threads that come off. And this is why I love this. This gel goes super fine, but glistens and sparkly. Or you can obviously have it a matte colour or a gloss colour, whatever you want. And as it's a spider web, you don't want it to be super thick. You want it to sort of glisten, those threads, those magical threads. I don't like spiders, but they're amazing, aren't they? Making these beautiful webs. And then you just touch it as you go, look. Bringing the threads round. If it starts to thin out, you can go back over it, but spider webs sometimes have more dew on one side, they're a bit thicker, there's more lines on one side, so you've got to look to nature for inspiration. Oh, this gel is a game changer for me though, because I'm not very good with... I can do freehand like characters and stuff like that. I'm learning to, I'm teaching myself, but I can't do lines. Nope. Too shaky. See that? I love it. I was overwhelmed when I first got it. I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to use this stuff. So because obviously there's a connection point in the centre there, which isn't particularly pretty, I just got a tiny AB crystal and popped that on there, and I feel that really set that off. And here's the finished set, so you can see I've put that flame crystal in the middle there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've maybe found it useful, and I will see you soon. And Dawn, I'm getting onto your request. Do not worry, my love. I will do that next. Bye.